We begin with a story out of Smithtown about an 84-year-old who collects plastic bottles to return them for their 5-cent deposits. Well, the small change she makes from those bottles has turned into thousands of dollars for wounded warriors.
Up, back, down, and squeeze.
Meredith Hollister, or Mary as her friends call her, has been taking this class at Gold's Gym for the last 10 years.
We go to the gym 3 times a week. We belong to what's called the silver sneakers because of the hair.
Challenge is good, pain is bad.
The 84-year-old from Smithtown noticed the number of disposable plastic water bottles that were being used by gym members and just thrown away.
People threw them in the garbage, and that was money. And that was ridiculous.
So Mary decided to start collecting those bottles to recycle them. At first, she just gave the money from the returns to her grandkids, but then her brother, a veteran, gave her an idea. Why not collect the money and donate it to the Wounded Warriors Project?
I think this was something we could do instead of giving the kids the money for nothing, you know. So I talked to the kids and they said, sure, let's do it. So we went to the supermarkets and we put them in the machines, collected the money, and we thought, oh boy, this is really great.
She even got the folks at the gym on board.
When I went to the gym, I spoke to the people in the gym because they had bottles all over the place. So I asked if I could have them. And they said, yes, if you buy a garbage can, and that's what I did.
Mary's garbage can sits right outside the Smithtown gym. Her friend Arlene made the sign that's posted on it.
We put a sign for Wounded Warriors, leave deposit bottles and not garbage. And that's what people were doing. And people bring them from home. If they have parties, they bring big bags and leave them there.
And then
we empty it constantly. I understand it's really overflowing at the gym today.
It's got loose.
Mary empties the garbage can with a little help from her friends, Marion and Arlene. Then they load up the car and take their precious plastic to the beer distributor.
They always have a lot of bottles for us.
Mike Spinelli and the other employees here at Bullseye Wholesale Beverages in St. James know they're going to have their hands full when Mary and her crew pull up.
They bought 1,700 last week. It was impressive.
So they're keeping you busy?
Yeah, a little bit, yeah.
Sometimes they have trouble just getting through the door. But once inside, they let the counting begin.
You know, you dump them into the bins and they count them and sort them.
And when all the bottles are counted and sorted,
There you go.
We appreciate all your help, really.
they get paid.
I got the money.
Today's take, $27.50. That's for 550 bottles. So far, in the 6 or so years Mary's been doing this, those 5-cent bottles have added up to nearly $7,000 for the Wounded Warriors.
It just keeps growing and growing. I mean, people are just, they can't bring her enough bottles because it's such a good cause, you know? And she's just so sweet.
Even when knee replacement surgery took Mary out of commission for a little while, Marion stepped in and took over.
I'd be knee deep in garbage pails, pulling out things, and they would come and drop bottles next to me, except for the one woman who came up behind me and patted me on the shoulder and said, "Thank you so much for what you're doing." She said, "My son is in the Army."
Mary also has 2 sons that were in the Army. That's why the Wounded Warriors Project is so important to her.
Because it breaks my heart. And it could have been my child. And it's not. And I'm very grateful that it's not. So therefore, if I can help some other mother's child, or a wife of these boys or whatever, we'll just keep collecting as long as the people take the bottles from us.
It gives her something to do and makes her feel so good because she's so attached to the warriors, you know? Your heart goes out to them and you just want to give more. She's a good person.
It's a fantastic thing that she's doing, and that's the reason I went and tried to help her out a little bit so she could continue doing it.
And Mary has no plans of stopping.
As long as I can walk and function, yes, I will do it. Just to see somebody getting something out of it. Whether it's a wife or a child that needs something, or the veteran himself.
She says she has the time.
Well, I don't have too much else to do except take care of cats. And I enjoy it. I really do, doing things for people if you can.
And she has the friends who are willing to help.
It makes you feel good. Yeah, it makes you feel good. God bless her. Yeah, she's a sweetheart.
If you'd like more information about Mary's favorite charity, Wounded Warriors, check out our Facebook page. Up next, it's the sound of music at a local assisted living home. We'll meet the woman who's behind it.
It's very therapeutic and it has a lasting effect.
And later, haircuts for a good cause, the reason why these teens are chopping their locks. You're watching Heroes on Our Island.